school, and I'm super excited to go to my first day of school. Mom tells me I will learn all kinds of new things, like how to read and write. I can't wait to meet all the kids in my class and my teacher, Miss Carnes. My mom woke me up for my first day, and I raced out of bed. I raced around the house like a madman getting ready. Mom and I had picked out the perfect outfit the night before. I put that on, combed my hair, and brushed my teeth. I ran out the front door after I ate my breakfast. I left so fast, I almost forgot my backpack. Mom got me the coolest backpack ever. It had my name on it. C-O-L-E, Cole. My mom loaded up the car and we were off to my first day of school. The car ride there seemed like it took forever. I just wanted to get there and have tons of fun. Once we got to my school, I got a little nervous. I wasn't sure if I was ready to go to school. My mom grabbed my hand and gave it a squeeze. That's when I knew everything was going to be okay. My mom and I walked into my classroom where kids were playing everywhere. My teacher greeted us at the door with a big smile and welcomed us to her classroom. By the looks of it, I was really going to love this place. My mom left and I went to play with the other kids, but shortly after, Miss Carnes showed us to our seats and class began. Miss Carnes started with telling us the classroom rules, and then we moved on to our first activity. We got to make name tags for our seats. We got glue, scissors, and stickers to decorate our name tags in any way we wanted to. The only rule was that we had to make sure our names were on the card and that you could clearly read it. When we got our cards, our names were outlined in highlighter, and we got to trace the letters of our name. I thought this would be easy since I already knew how to spell my name, but boy, was I wrong. Holding on to the pencil was really tough, and getting it to move the way I wanted was near impossible. It was our first activity to do in class, and I was already getting so mad. I got so mad I quit and just sat there until we moved on. During our next free time, I looked around at everyone else's name tags. They all looked so cool. Their names were filled in. They had put all kinds of cool stuff on them. I went back to look at mine, and it was messy and plain. I sat down and tried working on it some more. I didn't want to try to do my name anymore, so I picked up my scissors and tried cutting out shapes to glue onto my name tag. But this was too hard too. I hated this stupid name tag, so I left it there. The rest of the day I went by really fast, and before I knew it, it was time to go home. Mom asked me questions about my first day all the way home, and I answered and told her I had a great day. The only thing I didn't tell her about was the stupid name tag. I never wanted to see that thing again. The rest of the day came and went, and my mom tucked me into bed, and I drifted off to slumberland. My mom woke me up for my second day of school and dropped me off. All morning I just hoped we wouldn't have to do another dumb project like the name tags. When I got into class, all the kids were staring at me, and some even called me names. As the day went on, the other kids watched me and made fun of how I was holding my pencil, and how I couldn't cut out the leaves to put on the trees Miss Carnes gave us. The kids in my class laughed at me and told jokes about me all day. I sat alone at lunch and had no one to play with at recess. I couldn't wait for the day to be over. The day finally came to an end, and I couldn't wait to go home. When Mom asked if I had had fun at school, I told her I didn't even want to go back. She asked why, and I told her the kids were picking on me because I couldn't do some of the things the other kids could. She told me I had to go back tomorrow and that she would talk with Miss Carnes all about it. At the end of the day, my mom and Miss Carnes had a meeting. Miss Carnes told my mom she had noticed I was struggling with something called fine motor skills. My mom told me that just means I don't have full control over my hands yet. My mom and Miss Carnes set up a day where I was going to stay after school and work with Miss Carnes to get my hands working for me. Every Tuesday and Thursday I was going to stay after class. Wednesday came and went, and all the kids were still making fun of me. When Thursday rolled around, I was ready to start working with Miss Carnes so that the other kids would stop picking on me. Miss Carnes had all kinds of cool tools to help me. She gave me special scissors to help me cut. I got a cool gripper to put on my pencil to help me write, and lots of other cool things. After working a little with Miss Carnes, my hands started to do what I wanted them to. My work got neater, and all the kids in my class became friendlier. Towards the end of the year, I had forgotten all about my dumb name tag I made on the first day of class. One day, we got a new girl in our class. Her name was Becca. I noticed that Miss Carnes gave her the same name tag assignment, just like the rest of us on our first day of school. I watched Becca, and she was having a hard time just like I was. I went up to Miss Carnes and asked her if she still had the tools I used when I stayed after school with her. She said she did, and she gave them to me, and I walked over to Becca. I told her all about my struggles with my hands, too. She just smiled and laughed. I could tell she was a shy girl. I didn't want Becca to have to go through what I did, so I showed her how to use all of my tools and helped her make her name tag. Me and Becca became best friends in no time. And just like me, she taught her hands to work with her and not against her. At the end of the year, we had an award ceremony. There was an award for most improved. Guess who won? Me! I won! I ran up and grabbed my worm and held it with such glee. I have come a long way from my first day of kindergarten, and I am going to be in the third grade now. I have learned that hard work really pays off. And as for Becca, we are still best friends, and her hands are working just great.